All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim teaching and preaching this truth throughout the four corners of this world. All right, the four ends of this world. I want to say Shalom to the elect, the Bayath Shawadah, the Bayath Shah Dawadah, the House of David. Okay, the men, women, and children listening and learning on and striving for salvation. This is the brother Karatazah out of Men of Valor Las Vegas camp. Back with another lesson today, and this one is going to be called You Have to Be an Israelite. And there ain't no way around it. Okay? And through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, this lesson makes it clear as day. All right, and easily acceptable for the elect, okay, to receive this bit of information that only Israel can be saved. Only the Lord is only coming back to redeem his people. All right, and let's get it out the way. Just being an Israelite isn't gonna save you. Okay, you have to be of the elect. Okay, there's an elect of the elect this time around. All right, 1/3 of the nation will be saved through the mercy and through the mercy and will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the 2/3, they gonna see death. You know, death by fire, death by pain. Okay, via an ICBM missile. Okay, so that's one thing to consider. Okay, but the blessing, the law, statutes, and covenants, this book, this truth was made for none other but the Israelites. All right, nobody else. Nobody else can receive this truth. Nobody else, can receive the blessings, all right, or salvation. Only the Israelites. Okay, so this is going to be the book of Psalms. Lucky, I had to re-record this lesson because my laptop died, but Lord willing, this one comes out better. Okay, Psalms 147, on to verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Okay, Jacob was surnamed, our forefather Jacob was surnamed Israel after wrestling an angel. Okay, I believe that's in Genesis, the 32nd chapter. Okay, and after wrestling that angel, he was surnamed Israel, which in the Hebrew tongue is Yasharallah. That just means Prince of Power. Okay, so in verse 20 it says, He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Okay, and pertaining to 1 Peter 4:17, it says that the Most High is coming to judge his, or judgment shall be first in the house of the Most High. Okay, that's why you see the affliction, okay, of this captivity we're currently going through. It's all judgment and chastisement. All right, for the betterment of our people. Okay, though that chastisement seem grievous, it's all for a better cause. Okay, let's get the account where the Most High surnamed Jacob. And we're doing this to prove a point. Okay, Genesis 35 and verse 10. Then the Most High said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. Okay, so that shows, okay, that name change. Okay, and uh, Jacob was a mighty man. It says, he wrestled he wrestled an angel. Go read that account. Okay, and the Most High said unto him, you could see that the Israelites are of a different kind of stock, man. Our forefathers were from had a different type of power behind this bloodline. We different, okay? So then the Most High said unto him, I am the Most High Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. All right, we're meant to be kings, and we will be once again. The rulers of this world. In righteousness. It says, in the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it. Okay, so that land, is just also symbolizing, the blessing being passed down. All right, because this blessing went from Abraham, all right, down to his chosen seed line, to Isaac. It didn't go to Ishmael. All right, and then from Isaac, it didn't go to Esau. It went to Jacob. Okay, and if you want to even go before that, you could start, going back into Genesis. It went from Noah unto Shem, unto Arphaxad, unto Eber, so on and so forth. Okay, but there's always been a chosen seed line. Not everybody had the blessing. So for these for these theologians or Christians, to come out and say that, oh, now the Most High opened up, the blessing, the covenant, the belief and the faith for everybody. Well, it doesn't make sense, all right, because he never did that before, all right. So, not to get too deep into that subject, we're gonna move on because it said, "And to thy seed after thee will I give the land." Okay, and who did he give that land to? The 12 sons of Israel. Okay, if you bring it up on a map, you'll clearly see, the each of the 12 tribes had a portion of land, except for the Levites who lived amongst the other the 12 tribes, because that was the Lord's portion. Okay, when you go into their blessing, all right, because it's all about the seed. All right, it's all about the seed, the bloodline, who your fathers are. Okay, let's go. Um, let's go to Romans now. This is Romans 9:3. It says, For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushai for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh." Okay, according to the flesh, my my brothers, my kinsmen, my brothers that share that same bloodline that goes back to Israel. It makes you an Israelite. It says in Apostle Paul said in I'm trying to just highlight this real quick, because this is, a big thing out of this verse. Make me smack my lips on it. According to the flesh. Oh my gosh. It's not that. It's important, but that's as good as we're going to get right now. Okay, according to the flesh. Okay, because what did Apostle Paul say in 2 Corinthians 11? He said, I am of the seed, or he said, I am they are a Hebrew, so am I. They are Israelites, so am I. Okay, they are the seed of Abraham, so am I. Okay, so that was to show, that he was just as much an Israelite, but you got to be all three of those things. All right, and you can't be one without the other unless you're of Abraham. Okay, if you're just of Abraham, that doesn't mean you're a Hebrew, or it doesn't mean that you're a Israelite. All right, just because you're a Hebrew doesn't make you a Hebrew Israelite, because they have Hebrew Edomites. Okay, Moab is Hebrew. Okay, it says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, all according to the flesh. You see, it says, whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh Yahushua came, who is over all, right? Because Yahushua came to deliver his people. Okay, Matthew 1 and 21. The Most High blessed forever. Amen. All right, the Israelites, that's who. And the fathers, going back, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, and all goes back to the seed. Let's drop down to verse. Let's drop down to verse 7. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, it's not you have to be from in Isaac the seed, who was the son of Isaac, Jacob, surnamed Israel. Okay, that's where what? That's where thy seed shall be called. Okay. Um, and we're gonna know who that seed is. Okay. We know now because of the curses. You don't see these other nations living out the curses in Deuteronomy 28. All right, Psalms 22 and 23. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him, all ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel. See, that's who's going to be fearing and glorifying the Lord, the seed of Jacob, the seed of Israel. Okay, that's who has the true name of the Most High and his only begotten Son. That's who has the Most High blessed with the true understanding. Starting with the 100% truth coming out of GMS from the apostles. Apostle Tahar and down. All right. Psalms 22 and 30. A seed shall serve him. It shall be accounted to the Lord for a generation. That seed is Israel. Just said it in the 23rd verse. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto the people that shall be born, that he hath done this. Okay? And that's what's going on. Who else is doing that on the highways and byways? Tell me another group of people, another group of people, who's proclaiming this truth, that's outside of the nation of Israel. I ain't seen them yet. See, so it goes all back to the seed. Galatians 3 and 16. Now to Abraham and to his seeds were promises made. Okay, he saith not, and two seeds. Okay, so the Most High said he didn't give that promise to Abraham for all of Abraham's seed. He said to his seed. Okay, and that seed was passed down from Abraham to Isaac, and from Isaac to what? To Jacob once again. Gotta drive it in for those people that for who can't get it. But It's plain upon tables. This truth isn't hard to understand. It's just that those of you, you know, that are hard headed, all right, and our nation consists of stiff necked and hard headed people. So we must drive in the point as many times as it takes. Okay, even though it sounds repetitive, hey, the scriptures repeat themselves many, many times. Okay, to make sure that you get it. And if you don't get it, hey, the Most High just put the spirit of slumber on you, man. Or this ain't for you. Okay, it says, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and if you can receive it, this also points to Yahweh Shai being Isaac. Okay, reincarnated. All right, because Isaac was that seed of Abraham. You know, it says now to Abraham and his seed where the promise is made, he saith not, and two seeds. So it only went to one seed. It didn't go to Ishmael. It went to Isaac. Let's get it back in Romans 9 and 7. Neither because they are all the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, and it was given from Isaac, as we know the story, to Israel. Okay, the Israelites pertain the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, the priesthood, and the promises according to the flesh of being an Israelite. And that's the point right there. Psalm 78 and 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob, testimony, going back to, testes, the seed in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel. Okay? Romans 9 and 4. All over this. So which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, and went from their children. It was supposed to be passed down to their children, but those curses hit, and Israel was going off. All right, our nation was going off, so that's why the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai was made to put a covering, give us a covering, for those sins, a cloak for sin, so to speak. Okay, not meaning we don't have to keep the law, but it was giving us grace and mercy. Okay, but that was supposed to continue on, and through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're coming back into righteousness. The elect is coming back into righteousness to receive salvation and being refined as gold tried in the fire. So we can once again come back to our glory, which all starts Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. Okay. So, the Most High is going to put us back in our glorious state, and redeem us from these, evil times ahead of us and the evil times we're living in. Okay. But it's only for the Israelites, and it's a glorious thing to know they and believe, and have the faith that you're a part of this holy bloodline. All right. So with that, Lord willing, the point was made. I give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching this truth throughout the four ends of the world. And shalom to the elect, Ba'al Shadawadah, the house of David. All right. Till the next one, I want to say shalom, wa ball.